Good early afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Heavy Metal Noise channel for another show today. Gonna do this a little earlier than normal. I'm not gonna wait till I have to go to work, and I've been doing a little homework earlier these last couple of videos. Some different things going on, and when I see something that kind of pops out, I like to relay the messages and give it to you guys. And so I wanted to show you the first part of my deliveries that I got. I'm still waiting on another, and I'm excited to show you guys that. We got, a lot of you had already seen the 5 Somali 2020 elephants. Super neat. I love these coins, like I told you before. First time I've ever owned any of these. And yesterday I got another shipment in. Just some bargain rounds, Asahi. These were amazing, great priced. I picked up all of these when our silver had that really big pullback. So I got a really good deal on. And these bargain rounds, Asahi, I got for just barely over the $26 mark. And y'all know how much I love the South Korean Tigers, the 2020. These coins are just amazing. Limited mintage of 25,000, and I said I would love to grab some more, and we just happened to have a pullback, and so I jumped all over it. Initially, when I first bought these, I was spending pretty large premium, and I gave about $34 a coin, but when we had our pullback, I was able to get it down to about the 28, 29. I believe I was right at the 29 mark. 29.03, I believe it was. And so that was a huge deal. And although we have to stay in our budget, I would have loved to have grabbed and just, unloaded credit cards, everything. But, you got to be smart with your money. So I picked up, this whole order was 10 on this one. 5 of the beautiful Korean Tiger. And the bargain Asahi Refining. And the shipment before that, the Somali Elephants 2020. And I don't know if I've ever shown you on these tigers how South Korea does this. The camera will pick that up. A little security measure here to prevent counterfeiting. You can see in that little, kind of like almost like a hologram type of effect, but it says 3 9s. Pretty cool. I didn't actually sit down and look at that until the other day, looking at my other coins, and I noticed, like, what does that say? And I guess if you flip it over, maybe it would read 3 6s. For those of you that are all into the Iron Maiden. It's not particularly my cup of tea, but I do believe it does say 3 9s on there. But one way or the other, it's pretty neat. So yeah, South Korean Tigers, 5 more of those to add to the stack. Sweetness. Hopefully I can round up some extra fiat. I'd love to go out and grab some more of these. It almost is, I don't want to call it an obsession, but I really still believe you're stealing value here. When these are gone, they're going to be really sought after type of a coin. South Korea does an amazing job with their coins, the artwork, and the designs. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm a big fan of it. So, yeah, let's get to some updates, huh? I'm sure everyone has heard our POTUS has tested positive for the beer flu, along with his wife and some other staff members, like some Secret Service and that. And so it's got the markets all jumbled up. The futures in the middle of the night, they were really down. Like, we're talking over 400 points they were down. And as of opening, they have recovered dramatically. They're up just a little bit. They're in the green by like 35 points, I believe. Silver and gold are down. So if that remains, we could be looking at another weekend to buy. So buckle up for that. It's going to be a bumpy road. Speaking of bumpy roads, I guess information, other channels. I'm not going to mention any names because it's not part of who I am. It's not what I do. I don't bash, trash, or anything like that on other channels. But I do subscribe to very numerous channels because I'm always doing homework. I like to hear different point of views and so forth. And all I keep hearing between just, I like I've explained to you guys before in other videos, I like to tune into mainstream once in a while just to see the kind of propaganda that's being pumped out there to the people who don't know any better. And so I know that it does not pertain to you. Most of you guys are already awake and know what's going on. But I'm seeing they're saying about the jobs added for the month of September. 661,000 jobs added in September. Okay, let's stop and think about this for just a few minutes. Okay, the jobless numbers. First-time unemployment filers came in yesterday, right? Little over 880,000 week over week for, what are we in? 8 months plus now? But we've added 661,000. What is the mathematics here? How does it work? If we've added 661,000 jobs for the month of September, what happens to the other 3.5 million jobless claims that have been filed for the month of September? Does that mean for a total we've lost 2 million jobs? 1.9 million? And these YouTube channels that I'm watching, I don't know if it's their personal point of view, but that's the news that they're reporting, is that we've added 661,000 jobs, and immediately a red alert goes off. How is that even possible? Just in 1 week, we had 1 week of first-time unemployment claims that outnumber the entire month added of September. So where's the good news here? The stock market isn't showing it. The stock market could care less about me or you. Bad news is good news, and good news is just whatever, and we'll just, they're relying on the medicine from the Federal Reserve. How many more billions they're going to keep pumping in? So the Federal Reserve is so disconnected from reality and me and you, it's unbelievable. But I'm really hung up about the whole jobless numbers, how manipulated it is, and how many people that are giving you information on other channels that you might tune into are, hopefully, you guys are able to decipher. I left a comment on this person's channel and told him, you have got to call out this nonsense. What are you even talking about? The numbers don't even calculate. It's like doing negatives. Like, for example, -2 times 2 equals a positive, or -2 times 3. It just doesn't really work. So if you guys are on board and agree with me on this, leave a comment below, because I'm not understanding it, and I don't understand why other channels and news outlets, not just YouTube, but are reporting this. Week over week, we've not dipped under 800,000 first-time unemployment claims. And those jobs that are added, I don't want to discredit all of it, but the ones that are being added are mostly folks that are going back to their old jobs that have allowed them to come back to work. And a lot of those are even taking pay cuts and cuts on hours. So, yeah, politics all throughout the markets today are just in a, wishy-washy type of a mess. We don't know about what the VP, what his health status is. I mean, we could actually go down the ladder if he tests positive. Then we got the Speaker of the House, which no one likes to talk about. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, right, left, in the middle, I don't take sides. I'm just here to show you a magnificent medal that we all enjoy. But the point of all of this is, if I'm able, and I'm a simple-minded little guy, I'm just a Joe. If I'm able to catch this outright from another source on YouTube, reporting, or even pretending he was mainstream, it doesn't matter. 661,000 jobs were added for the month of September. And when you look at the labor market, 880 some odd thousand first-time unemployment claims. It really stands out. Anyone can catch that. And so the point is, with everything, the manipulation, the propaganda, the nonsense that is trying to keep this whole thing going, you got to be protecting yourselves. And the way it's looking with gold and silver down at the moment, because the dollar is up, I don't know how, but it is. You got to be protecting yourself with something hard. I'm not the big fan of the cryptos, but I believe in diversification. If you're into that, go for it. My worry about that, and I've advised many others, if the system goes down, and they can shut it down by a flip of a switch, how are you going to use your phone to trade, to buy? What are you going to use your cryptos for? How are you going to get to your bank? Things like that. If you got a lot of cash in the bank, I only advise you have a little bit, the bare minimum. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you my strategy. That's merely all I'm doing to try and help out everybody that I can. Maybe wake them up just a tiny bit. And if all you guys out there are on board with me, maybe you can help me spread that message to help maybe a neighbor, a loved one who's not quite sure. If you're on the fence about silver, let these be bellwethers and signs that, hey, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. You got to be able, in tough times, be able to use something hard and tangible, whether that be for trading, for money, whatever the case may be, because it will be a sought out asset. And so that's really what I wanted to, portray to everybody. You really got to be putting protections and something hard and tangible that you can hold. And aside all the nonsense out there, let's pretend everything was hunky-dory and clear blue skies and sunny. This is still fun. This is fun. You go into your vault and you pick one of these up. If you were fortunate enough to grab a few of them before they're all sold out on a limited mintage, and you got 0.001% of the limited mintage. It's kind of cool. Okay? And it helps build your motivation. Not everything in the world is bad. You don't have to have the crazy life that the media wants you to have, buying into the nonsense, okay? Always remember that. Just because their worlds are screwed up doesn't mean yours has to be. Look around you, see what you have. Is it more than what you had, 20 years ago? Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Are you able to pay your rent? Are you able to make a mortgage payment, pay your bills for one more month? You're doing a lot better than so many others. And I made this comment. I went and had my hair cut today. And I have my job, obviously. You guys know that. And I was telling my hairstylist, I feel a little bit guilty sometimes, We're busier than we ever have been in our history. And I feel guilty about it, that I'm doing so well. My paychecks are rising and getting more and more higher. Not my wages going up, but, I'm pulling more and more hours. And I'm doing a lot better for myself when so many are going without. And she was kind of speechless. She didn't really know what to say to that. Bottom line is you really just have to be thankful. Whatever your higher power is, thank it. Because if you're able to, have a roof over your head, if you're able to stack 1 ounce of silver, a half ounce, a fraction, if you are able to have the funds to do even that with a roof over your head, with a loved one, anything, if you're able to watch this on your phone, your TV, you're so blessed. And whatever that higher power is that you talk to, make sure you're giving gratitude. So beware. I've mentioned this in the past. Be aware of your surroundings and the information that you are collecting. These jobless numbers, like I said, for example, are just bogus. Okay? Actually, the jobless numbers are somewhat accurate, but how it's counteracted to keep motivation to sucker people into markets and keeping them from panic and, all this and that by 661,000 jobs added. Yeah, it's mind-blowing. We'll see how many of the dumbed-down people out there buy into it. It obviously is working, but more and more people are becoming aware of what's happening. And so, pretty plain backing of this. Not much to look at, is it? What do you expect? But anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video to you. Show you what I got today. Actually, I got it yesterday. Unboxed it and wanted to show it to you guys. I ordered all of this as well as the order I'm still waiting on. It was a pre-sale. And they're coming in bits and pieces. And I will pull all these out again and show you the entire order when the last part of it comes out. And we'll update you on some news, and if something else comes around, I'll let you all in on it. Stay tuned, and if not, I hope y'all have a phenomenal weekend. Stay tuned in. Keep an eye on those silver markets, because the way, like I said, the way it's looking, we're going to have another sale for this weekend. And by all means, if we're looking at high 23s, very low 24s, even 24s in general, is sale prices. It's a lot better than what we were at a couple of weeks ago, So I'm going to quit jibber-jabbering in your ear. Y'all have a phenomenal weekend. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to tune in. And if you find this information at all useful, help me spread the word. Hit that like button. If you wouldn't mind, it helps me. It helps so many others. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you like this type of content. Hit that notification bell if you actually do enjoy my talking and giving you the info. That way you never miss a video when I upload it. So let's have a great weekend. Let's turn on some good old rock and roll. How about some CCR? I'm feeling it today. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.